So this morning, we're playing a Pop-Tart roulette. I bought two different kinds of Pop-Tarts. I bought brown sugar, which is all-time great Pop-Tart. You can never go wrong with brown sugar Pop-Tart. But then I also bought cinnamon Pop-Tart. Cinnamon Pop-Tart hasn't worked out the best. I'm not the biggest fan of cinnamon roll Pop-Tarts. But the problem is, when you unpack Pop-Tarts, everything freaking comes in the same tinfoil package deal. And I don't know which ones are brown sugar and which ones are cinnamon roll. So, we're going to let the force guide us. Dude. I tried to feel them and feel like, because they're all smashed. None of these are whole, but like, I feel like this feels like a cinnamon roll one. These both might be brown sugars. I'm choosing this one. That's what we're going with. Please be a brown sugar. I don't want to eat one of those cinnamon ones. Push comes to shove, I can always just eat a full row of Oreos. That works too. Dang, it's not zooming in that much. I thought I'd... Here we go. There we go. 6x zoom. Look at this guy. It's not zooming in quite enough where I can see what he's eating, but I just saw him. He just swam out of this little... I flew out of this little stream right there. Right there. What are you eating, bro? God, can I just get like 2x more zoom out of this? Then I can see what he's eating. Sick mohawk, though. Alright, so I'm hiking uphill. Might have service, or this might be a... Sometimes you get a fake bar of service. It says you have a bar, but oh, I actually do. But what you need to remember, it's sprinkling out right now. You need to hold your phone perfectly vertical so that no raindrops can get on the screen and mess up your touchscreen. Tricks of the trade, dude. I was gonna try to stay at the refuge hostel. I just called them and got a voicemail that they're full Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. They're full the next 3 days. Dude. This is what happens when you run into like the bubble. I thought I was at the back end of the bubble, but guess not. Or maybe it's a big group that freaking booked them out. Who knows? That kind of sucks. Maybe I'll call them still to see if I can do laundry there during the day. Guess that means I will not be editing videos. Damn. Okay, well, gotta do a little more planning now. I imagine if they're full up, everything else is full up. I'm not staying at... There's a hostel right next to the road in Daron called 19E. They've got bed bugs, so I'm not going to stay there. Or according to Far Out Guide and comments and stuff, they had bed bugs, not taking a chance. There's another hostel that's closed because it got pretty well beat up from the hurricane. And there's a bed and breakfast in town. Alright, I just got to do some planning now. Damn it, I suck at Pop-Tart roulette. I got the cinnamon roll one. Well, that means my chances of next Pop-Tart roulette of getting brown sugar are even better. Okay, look on the bright side. So behind my left shoulder, my pack has just been digging in for the past week, and I thought because it was because the pack's very underloaded that I was having these problems, just because it's meant to carry a little bit more. But I was just like, fuck it, dude. These frame stays. So inside the Hyperlite, there's like these metal frame stays that I don't know, add something to the pack, maybe move weight to the hip belt to help carry it. So I was like, I'm just gonna remove these things. I don't know which one is supposed to be the correct dimension, but one of these, I think it was this one, this really bent one. This was digging into my back so bad. I mean, look how crazy bent that thing is. I need to try to find out like what the correct dimension is, but I just pulled these out right now because my freaking shoulder hurts so bad. My pack's not heavy right now. My whole shoulder's numb. It's been that way for a couple days. I can't believe I didn't even think about this till now. Thank God I removed that freaking thing. Look how bent it is. So we'll see how this feels without the freaking frame stays in. I'm such an idiot. I am such an idiot. Dude, I literally just put the pack on. I'm like, oh my God, my shoulder doesn't hurt anymore. Yeah, no shit, you doofus. It's because you don't have a metal fucking rod digging into your shoulder blade. When they were inside the pack, I couldn't tell that there was that big of a difference. I was like looking at the pack from the side. I was looking at it in the back, and I could not tell that there was a difference in the frame stays. And then I pulled those things out, and I was like, oh my God, one of these bent 4 inches more than the other one. Oh, dude. I hate to admit this, but I've literally been dealing with this freaking shoulder pain for, I don't know. Did it happen before trail days? It's been a while that I've been dealing with this freaking shoulder pain. And I thought it was just because the pack was so underloaded. It's a 55 liter pack. I got max. I'm like not even above the shoulder straps anymore. So I just figured it was like a underloaded pack, which now saying that out loud after fixing the problem, I'm like, why would the pack not carry good if it doesn't have a lot of weight in it? Pretty stupid conclusion on my part. No, pull out the freaking bent frame stay that's digging into the back of your shoulder blade. Oh my God. Dude, so if anybody's got a Hyperlite back and it just freaking sucks, it's digging into your back and you can't figure out why, it's because one of the frame stays is bent to hell and it's just jabbing you in the shoulder blade all day. Dude, but I'm not joking. Like, I've taken this thing off all throughout the days. Like, I've been like looking at it. I thought I was packing it weird. I thought, like sometimes your shoulders they're not always straight, dude. Like the body isn't like, you'll get muscle imbalances and shit. So I thought like maybe I'd been riding one strap too high or one strap too low and that the pack was canted to the side and that was causing it. I had all these ideas in my head of what was causing the shoulder pain. And it ended up that it was just a freaking metal bar digging into my back. Which is like, yeah, you dork. You should have checked on that first. I mean, I thought it was that. I'm like walking like this with an arm behind my back all these days, like pushing at all the shit in my backpack. Like, God, why does it dig so bad on that side? And I just thought like that side of my shoulder blade was like so bruised or whatever that it was just more, it was feeling everything in the backpack more than the other shoulder blade. No, freaking bent ass metal bar digging into my back. Sucks to suck sometimes, but look at this view, dude. Brady. I'm only like 2 miles from town. Hitch in and see what happens. I gotta get toilet paper. That's necessary. Need to supplement a little bit of food to make it to Irwin which is about 2 days away, and I need to charge up my stuff. Those are the base necessities for this town visit. And if I can find a place to stay and actually edit videos, that'd be great. But we'll see. This is a pretty busy road. I know there's no cars going right now, but we'll see how long it takes me to hitch. How nice are the people of Roan Mountain. I found me a good little bunch of branches to sit under in case it starts raining again. Alright, just ate at this, what is this called? Smoky Mountain Bakers. It was pretty good. How do we want to do this? I'm going to go down to the main drag. Now I'm going to make my way over to the Dollar General, but that place was good because I was able to recharge my stuff while I was in there. Sorry, pup. God, dude. Dogs hate people with backpacks on. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. So pretty much got all the stuff done in town that I needed to charge, and I just needed to buy a little bit of food. But I bought a full loaf of sourdough bread in there. So at the Dollar General, maybe I need to pick up a freaking pound of butter to go with that. God, my mind is moving slow right now. Sorry, I got a lot of pizza on the brain. Yeah, that's right. I got a full pizza in there. I ate a giant cinnamon roll. A lot of food, dude. But now going to the Dollar General just to like fortify my supplies for the next 2 days. And I might even buy some freaking, damn, there's no shoulder on this road. That sucks. I might buy some cheapo socks. Sorry, there's people in cars. I got embarrassed about filming, so I ended the video there. Yeah, I might buy some cheap socks, just because the only thing that I really need right now is dry socks, and all my pairs of socks are soaked right now. So I might just buy some cheapo pairs of socks just for these next 2 days until I can do a load of laundry. But yeah, walking to the Dollar General now. Alright, there we go. It's 1:14. I don't know what time I got into town. I thought I got in it around noon, but that can't be right, just based on getting out right now. I must have got in like 10:30, 11. Hitching out of town was just weird because in town the shoulder on the road is shit. And so I got out of the Dollar General. I went to the Dollar General, got all the supplies I needed, exited there, and there's no shoulder for any car to pull down. So I ended up just walking on the side of the road all the way through town until I could find, I was next to a church where there's a parking lot where people could pull out for a hitch. And so I ended up sticking my thumb out at this church and got a ride pretty fast. But I had to walk quite a bit through town just so I could find a decent place for a car to be able to pull out if they were going to give me a ride. But yeah, dude, that worked out good. Only disappointment is just I got wet socks. All three of my pairs of socks are wet. That sucks. Sucks having wet socks, man. Because your feet just get all wrinkly and pruny, and then they chafe. It just sucks. It's nice to be able to have dry socks each day. Whatever. This whole week is going to be wet, so. There's a nice campsite right next to the road if you wanted to. Yeah, 1:14. I got the whole freaking day now to hike. Doesn't look like there's supposed to be any lightning today, which is good because I am going up higher in elevation. Just something to watch when you're going over these I think it's Roan Mountains. Maybe this is Hump. I don't know. I just know I'm going over some bald, so you kind of gotta pay attention to that stuff when you're going up there. No one wants to get struck by lightning. All in all, successful day. I got a belly full of pizza. I got a full loaf of sourdough and a half pound of butter to put on it, and that's what I'll probably do for dinner tonight. Happy to be back on trail. Just wish I had dry socks. We got my raincoat in Superman cape mode. This mode works really well when you're climbing because you lean forward and then no rain's gonna get on your tummy and you can still breathe. Yep. Sorry for the horribly smudgy video, but nothing's dry. I can't really dry off the camera. However, right here is the "You are now leaving North Carolina" sign. So now the trail for a really long time south just follows the North Carolina-Tennessee border and keeps on crossing. So I'm gonna be in and out of each state for a while now. Thank God the freaking rain stopped a little bit. Dude, climbing up. What is this called again? I already forgot whatever the mountain is. It's a bit of a climb, but doing that with a rain jacket on, freaking, it's heat training, man. I'm just sweating so much. I'm heading up to a bald right now, so I'll be curious to see how that is. Probably just all in the clouds. It'll be cool. Well, we're leaving the sanctity of the woods and going above tree line now. How's the wind up here? If it's not windy, I can keep going cape style, but if there's any kind of wind, this technique does not work because the raincoat just blow right off me. Alright, sorry about the raindrops or haziness that is inevitable because everything's wet. Decided to put on the rain jacket proper. It is like a little bit windy up here. But now we're going for, first we go up Hump Mountain, and then we go down, and then we go up Little Hump. Who knows how the views are going to be? We're up in the clouds right now. This is cool to me. I don't care that I'm not getting expansive views. I like being in the clouds. I hope the video, even though the lens is all shitty, hope it kind of captures how cool this is. Alright, Hump Mountain, elevation 5,587. You know, there's views of things. You can definitely view some stuff, that's for sure. God, why is the rain picking up now? It was supposed to end at 4. Picking up. Alright, now heading to Little Hump. I just need a little vitamin D today. Come on, sun. Break through the clouds. Warm me up before the end of the day. That's all I ask. So much for dry feet. Just hiking down Willy Wonka's Chocolate River right now. Look at that, clouds clearing up. I'm getting views. Maybe I should try to break out the 360-degree camera, but I don't know how that's going to do with wet lenses. The 360 video might look all funky, but worth a try. It's on the outside of my pack, so it's already soaked anyway. Hey, it's kind of clearing up over there. Come on. It's okay that you rained as long as you stop for like 2 hours before camp so I can kind of dry out. That's all I ask. Just give me a couple hours of no rain so I can dry out before I get into my sleepy bag. My nips are wet. My nips are cold. My poor little nips are so cold. If they stay wet, then they will chafe. My little old nips can't take any more of this. Oh, nips, so cold and wet. My poor little nips. This is the worst yet. Oh, there's a baby bunny hiding. I was trying to get him on video. I am sure the video quality sucks right now because it looks like half of the camera lens is like covered in mist. I think I wore off the coating, or there was a coating, or I did something to half of this lens, because half of it's always kind of like half of it pushes the water off and half of it like sticks to all the time, and I always have to like clean off half of it. Oh, fuck, why am I winded? Did I really just not take a breath the whole time I was saying that? Fucking talking's hard. Okay. Whatever, idiot. I just ran into a guy named Whack-A-Mole. Dude, Whack-A-Mole was awesome. Whack-A-Mole just gave me so much energy. Whack-A-Mole is the man. That was very cool. Yeah, hell yeah, Whack-A-Mole. Alright, now I gotta work my way up a little hump. I think it's supposed to be done raining. It's supposed to be done raining. It's kind of dropping off raining. I hope it's done raining. Yo! Look at the size of this worm, dude. Look at that thing. What are you? Look, that thing, it's gotta be a foot plus long. Dead. Also, the Mertens are just starting to peek out. Come on, Mertens. You can do it. Also, I'm trying to break out the 360-degree camera, but there's just like a big old water drop on each of these lenses, and I have nothing that's dry to get these water drops off. So I'm trying to, I'm gonna dry the water drops. I might be on Little Hump. That might have been Little Hump back there, because I'm going down now. Damn it, I missed my chance. Whatever, I'm gonna film with this now, and it's probably going to be shitty video, so enjoy the shitty 360 video now. Another one of these chunguses. He's going to be the full length of the trail. One second. Oh, he just keeps on going. Look at him. One second. Let's see if he's full length of trail. You can do it, buddy. kind of move creepily. Oh, there's his butt. Dude, if you stretched him hard, he'd be full length. Wow. Well, just walked by a shelter and a tent site that was absolutely packed. And also, before I even got there, I could just smell laundry detergent. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Then I realized it's Memorial Day weekend. All kinds of people are just out for the weekend. It's going to be interesting trying to find a camping spot tonight. Hopefully, everybody who came out for this weekend is just going to try to stay right around shelters and stuff, so I can find another backcountry camp spot. Fuck, I really do not want to hunt all night for a camping spot. Whatever. That makes sense why the hostel was full up until Tuesday. Someone must have booked it solid for all of Memorial Day. Alright. Well, it's drying out now. Rain stopped. Sun's trying to burn through the clouds, but it's got a lot of clouds to burn through. But at least I'm drying out. Probably should have picked up water back there at the shelter, but there were so many fucking people. I was just like, I gotta get out of here. I mean, no joke, there was like 10 people just standing in the middle of the trail right in front of the shelter. I just got there, I was like, what the fuck? Hi. Just had to like navigate through all these people smelling of fresh laundry. Had to get away. Oh snap, wind's been blowing. I just got a glimpse through those trees and it's clear and I can see really far. I was kind of getting lazy and I was like, screw it, I'm gonna set up a tent pretty soon as I see a spot. Nope, not anymore. Now it's cleared up. There's I think 2 other balds I can make it to tonight, and I definitely want to hit those for the views, because tomorrow it's supposed to rain and be cloudy. Maybe in the morning it'll be clear, but I don't know. I don't know what's gonna keep blowing in, so if I can assure myself some views by hiking over these tonight, I'm gonna do it. I'm pretty excited now. No, the clouds are just too high. No views at the top, and I didn't. There's a bunch of people up there, so I didn't pull out the 360 camera. There's a parking lot down here, a couple miles away, so I bet they're all coming from that. But you didn't miss any views because there were none. Darn clouds. Well, if I wanted to, there's signs that show what the views are supposed to look like. Come on! That sun wants so badly to burn away these clouds, but it just can't. I'll get views of that place. Alright, so I got up, got camp set up for the night, but I'm in a pretty shitty spot. I'm like right next to the parking lot that goes up Roan Mountain and then to those balds I was just on. There's all kinds of people in this parking lot. The problem is it's 8 o'clock right now, and it's Memorial Day weekend. And so, like, coming down from all those balds, there were people set up in just like the most ridiculous places, had tents set up. So once I saw like this flat spot over here and no one around, I was like, dude, I'm gonna grab that, because sunset's at 8:30, and up the hill there's a shelter that's shut down, but there's tenting around that. I'm sure that tenting is just freaking jam packed. I bet there's no spots open, and so I would have to kept on going, and I'm sure every camping icon on Far Out is full of people. Either way, I didn't want to have to search for a spot in the middle of the dark, because I imagine it would already be hard to find a spot in the light, rather than trying to shine my freaking headlight into the middle of the woods to find a spot. So I was happy I got this. The problem is I can hear everybody in the parking lot, and someone was just freaking flying a drone around, and it sounded like they were looping around my tent. Luckily for me, I don't think anybody's really from the parking lot gone down the trail I am towards Roan Mountain. It seems like everybody's going up towards those balds right now. So I don't really think I'm gonna have to deal with too many people coming by, but I'm sure I'm gonna be hearing the noise from the parking lot and the road all night, you know, because it's Saturday night on Memorial Day weekend, so people are gonna be rowdy. But whatever, dude. I've got a freaking fresh loaf baby wipes because I wanted to get my feet all clean, because I haven't had a shower in a while, and also I don't have any clean socks to put them on, so, and they're like all wrinkly. I don't know, I just figured it would be a good idea for hygiene, just clean up my feet, because they're wrinkly and all that stuff just gets them all beat up. So I don't want to build any funk on the feet, I just wanted to get them clean. But that's besides the point. I was just self-conscious that I had my poop kit next to my bread, and so I wanted to explain why it was out. It's out because I wanted to clean up my feet. But fresh loaf of bread, and I got a half pound of butter, so I'm just eating bread with butter for dinner today. Butter. Spoon. Big knob of butter. Hunk of fresh sourdough. Dude, fresh bread with butter, there's literally nothing better. My favorite. Oh my god.